post this up. Can I find my link over? Hey, what's up, girl? TikTok winning. You know what? You would have to I got a second page where my DM actually work. My hold on, what's today's date? My other one, I think it'll be restored this week. Girl, yes, the people side, girl, they was hating and reporting me. So basically, it was a had to be a few people doing it at the same time. I'm doing good. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, so and then they came back and did it again because actually it was supposed to be restored in December. Girl, it came back. It was even later in the month, and I was like, well, dang. So, but I do got threads and theories too, and I could be that was another reason why I went ahead and changed my backup page. Girl, I said, yeah. I'm like, girl, move on with your life. Just move on. I have never seen this. Girl, a different level of obsession and weirdness. I ain't never seen it until I came over there. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was dead over here. Oh no, man. Oh, they is different over there, girl. These people are crazy. I can't make it up. I was just like, you know what? That's not gonna stop me from posting. It's not gonna stop me from going live. If anything, I do private lives. So yeah, that didn't stop anything. And if the page was to be removed, child, I start another one. I just go over to my other one. I got like 5 pages. People are so strange, so obsessive. I think it was the candy licking crew. It had to be because other than that, it makes no sense. Hey, it is fun over there. I'm doing good. Who's that down there? How you doing? It is fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think for real, what I might start doing, um, is going on my second one. I'm from Canada. Who are you? Ask me where I'm from. Today we from Canada. Cause I don't know you. Like, what you doing? Like, how did we get here? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and crank up my backup. Cause you know we like to laugh and have a good time. And you know what the funny thing is, girl? It was the people. It's the people that you least expect. Honestly, it be the people. It was people that used to be on my panel that did it. You're very lucky because you have your boyfriend. His name. What? Okay. Here we go. Child, I got new boyfriends. That's a part of being over here. I don't work together doing what? How you gonna help me? close this part up on this thing I made, this button I made yesterday. But yeah, it was the people sitting on my doggone panel, girl. Yes, period. Tax that chat. Tax that chat. You know what I'm saying? Shit, tax that chat. Now that will help. You know, everybody's platform, for the most part, their CA is their name. Hook it up. That's how you can help me. Have tattoos and I don't want none of that. I don't what they got to do with me? Uh-uh. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I don't know. Uh-uh. I don't want that. I just want my coffee here and there. He upstairs. You know how what's that be up there? And she be saying pap upstairs. Well, moving right along. But yeah, girl, it was the people on my panel that was doing it. Come to find out, girl. Oh, it's been a whole thing over there. I just ain't really talked about it because the people know that, they kind of know what happened and it was just a whole situation. Just a whole bunch of weirdos. And I'm cool with it. Oh, I can believe it. And that's the crazy thing is some people act like you just dumb and don't see their character and they really sit there and, do all of the things and play in your face and all the time. After a while, I'm gonna just get tired of playing with you. Oh yeah, they was girl, they came every night. They came every night and sat on the panel. Hmm. And then reported. What happened? Oh, let me see. What's hell for review? You see, girl. Oh gosh, some people just have no life. I promise you, they have no life whatsoever. On all these platforms, they just want to troll and I don't. I guess someone got cabin fever. But yeah, girl, it was a whole situation. And after everything got sifted out, and I was just like, you know what? That's why I kind of like. It's a few people, a handful of people from the sector that were cool, and I was just like, okay, we good, kind of go on from there. But it ended. I'm gonna sit around and dwell on like that. But it was just weird. But we had a good thing, girl. We was just hitting the function every night at 9:30. We was talking, kicking a bobo, do, and boom, people getting their feelings, and they want to ruin the show. Yet and still, they can't get up there and carry a conversation, let alone a dialogue about a damn thing. For real. Anyway, okay, let me. Yeah, I'm just trying to stitch these clothes because I got a couple people that like them, and I'm actually about to get some more of this color because I'm feeling this color. It's really giving, it's giving royalty. I like it, but girl, ain't nobody feeling hurt about. We are on social media, sir. Ma'am, whatever you are. And you can't troll me like that. You gotta find somebody that care. Keyword care. Care. Yes. That's how we get it. That's how we get into the things. Gotta find something to do. For real. But yeah, I told Pepper and Sean I was gonna slide back through. We got a little piece of rain, a little piece of snow. I guess it's the girl, maybe the snow melted. I don't know what's going on out here. It ain't nothing for real. I mean, what's ain't no lie, girl. It came through with some cold weather. Then came with some cold weather. Cold weather did something different. But other than that, I ain't mad coming in the house. I voluntarily came in the house on Friday. No, on Thursday. Ain't got the dough. Really? Yeah. I think they were like really concerned with it freezing over, and I can see that being a thing. When the temp drop at night and stuff like that. But we just got like pretty much a dusting, and I really don't be too worried about when it does come because like where I live, it's like kind of low key situated behind the mountains somewhat. So when certain stuff happen, it's not as bad. That's the only ooh, not nine. Well, you know what? I was so prepared. If it was to happen, I would have had everything I needed and just I don't know. I probably it wouldn't even bother me if it was that bad. As long as it clear up after a couple of days and I can move on with my life. But it's really like nothing going on out there. Um, it's cold though. I ain't running to go do that. I don't have a what you jiggy. But yeah, 9 inches is pretty. That's a pretty good amount. But slow things down. If we would have got 9 inches, we would have been shut down for about probably a whole week around here. I mean, though they do prepare. Now I think like the northern part, yes, that's the important part, okay? That's the most important part. Because anybody trying to be cold and sitting in the house. But they salt the roads and stuff like that. Like a lot of my other friends that live in certain places, they talk about how the people don't even have it in the budget. And I was like, oh girl, that ain't it. That ain't it. I need me another. Where they at? I use this. Oh, it ain't that much dirt. I can take this one off. But yeah, they did a whole press conference behind it, and then I looked outside. I was like, um, I don't know yet. I did these yesterday when I was live, and I'm actually like stitching this part. I didn't stitch that part yesterday because once it's washed, you don't want it to fray or nothing like that. So I'm gonna do that. I did start on a little technique offline because I just want to kind of see how it goes first. But I really don't want to do that one online. But I did say I was coming up here, so I came up. I don't really have nothing planned. I don't. I said I was coming, but I was, like I said, I was trying. I guess I can show what I've done so far with the technique I tried. I don't know what it is. I cannot find my little pens for nothing in the world. I gotta tighten up on that because I really I haven't been using my pens lately, and I gotta remember what I did with them. But this is basically like a reversible that I was working on, right? And I had this, and what I was trying to do was make the headband reversible. You feel me? So the goal was to make it reversible to where the headband can be seen on both sides and you can flip it. But to finish this project, like so in so many words, this is gonna be here too. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is I don't have my pens to lay it down so I could do the last step. So that's what I was really working on when I got off last night. I was like, that if I can do that, oh girl, that's a game changer for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it. Ain't nothing major. Um, and then I'm gonna order me some more of that gold and green. Cause like actually this is my undergrad colors. And I thought it was, I don't know what it was about the combination. So that's it. I might make one more of them. Because I think I have enough to do either 3 or 4. And that's why I don't mind ordering from this place because they actually the way that their yards are cut up and they have really good quality fabric. So I need to do this so I can do the other side. I was trying to finish doing that too because I got to get ready to print a label. Ship something out. That's about it. I did say I was coming, you know. But yeah, I'ma get back to the foolishness. I just had to take a hiatus because the people was just getting on my nerves so bad. Girl. I was just like, all you don't like to have fun. Y'all just want to get up here on social media and fight. But this not even do. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and order that. Another thing I don't care for, it take a while to get the stuff. It do take a while, but it's worth it. So I'm not gonna. I ain't tripping. Not like that. What petition? Girl, who got a petition, girl? What is you talking about? Miss, what type of what type of petition? See, you about to go make me look. What type of petition? What they trying to get her off of here again? Is that the one? I guess I can go over there and sign. I guess I. You know what? It was so bad. I was just tired of seeing her. I blocked her every time I seen her. Anything with her name, I just blocked it. I have not seen anything in so long. It has been so peaceful. Like I ain't gonna lie. One of my good friends over on TikTok basically was like, going down the rabbit hole because they didn't know, who she was or none of that, right? So I was like, well, you know what? Go check it out. It's a hoot, dot, dot, dot. They laughed. Oh my God, they had so much fun going down the rabbit hole. And they was just like, girl, where did this girl come from? I was like, she been up here. What do you mean? I was like, how you ain't know who that was? But, you know, so, even when we would talk about it a little bit, because I was trying to get out of, you know, that part of the internet and move away from it. I do got a couple videos. And I get it. People will come back like 3 years later and see a video and think you still talking about the same person and you really forgot about them. I literally blocked this lady. So we did talk about it a little bit because my friend went down the rabbit hole. And like when they had questions and stuff like that, I was able to talk about certain things. But I ain't saying it about her in a minute. She, I just haven't. I just she was coming up on my FB. Oh child, blocked. I think I blocked her again. I don't know. It's just something about she got a whole. I think it's just a lot of kids that still running. Okay, so I ain't missed nothing. I'm pretty sure it's the same foolishness. My question is like, what is her end goal? Because there's so many people that come up here and they kind of have a plan for themselves. Not saying that you have a definite plan or you know because I mean life is life. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not gonna go the way you planned it, right? In all the seasons, but it's so many people that come up here and they just do they want to, and even if they do stay up, they kind of have to just. And even with her, it's like she don't have to put videos up to do any of the stuff or whatever because she still found a way to get those people off of social media into a class, into a group, into anything that she can sell. Like, child, they be like, I woke up, call me. And they'll come. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You can never make too much money. I get that. And she just put herself in that situation. Because, like, girl, you got too many people to feed. She just put herself in that situation. I just, I again, the end goal. Some people will come up here and be like, you know what? My goal is to make this amount of dollars. And like with the money, find a way to make themselves self sufficient. Um, create something of substance that you can have, that's gonna work for you. She be doing her. I'm not hate she do her thing, but like what I would like to see from her is that lady got 30 acres of land. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to see. That lady get her septic tank put in this week. That, then I will unblock her. Till then, I don't care. I'm being honest. I'm just like, that lady boy a triple wide cash. Or that lady boy a double wide. And I still got 100 acres over there for a triple wide in the future. That lady put a well on her land. She'll have me sold in. She'll have me sold. Like, girl, I will be tuned in. I'll be like, sister, what a class set. What time you going to have? I'd be on her function every day. Like, I would, because it's like, even when she come into the new year and she say, hey, I'm going to make X amount of dollars this month, she will make it. Oh, she gonna make it. Yeah, she gonna make every dime of it. But what you gonna do with it? That's all I'm saying. I just to just work in circles. It's sad. Yeah, to work in circles because she gotta buy diapers every year. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. It really is. Oh Lord. I might have to check that out though. I might have to go check the petition. My friend they didn't tell me about the petition. I'm gonna have to ask them. Did they know about the petition? I need help. But I ain't gonna lie, that lady be thinking that she be getting that coin on now. She gonna get that coin. Baby, she gonna get up. She don't care what she got to film at, how she got to do it, who she beef with, who business she tell. It's going down. It's going down. So I don't know how I'm gonna wrap this one kind of wide. I want them to lay a certain way in the bag so I don't have to do so much. But girl, I just couldn't set my you know what I have come to the conclusion also. It's just nothing but SSI Entertainment. That's the only space they have on the entertainment. In the entertainment sector, it gotta be they have to be extra SLOW and you can't say too much about the SLOW this. Look, I don't put a whole word together. You can't say too much of that. Because if you say too much of that, it's a problem. I did a video the other week. Was it last week? It might have been last week. And I said something about that's the SLOW girl. What's her name? Clarissa. Somebody came to my page and called me colorist. Never mentioned nothing about the girl, nothing like that. And so when I had to nicely read them, because you're not gonna label me something you want to label me because you feel some type of way. They blocked me. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. But what are you here for? You did all that. Like they put like at least two comments and thought they was just saying something. And that's the thing. I did not say nothing about the girl looks. I did not say nothing about her skill set. Remember when the call came out and her voice was on that call, calling in, right? I played in the background and I was just sitting there like I was listening. And in the caption, I was like, girl, is this you? Where did you get colorist? Where did you get muffin? Where? So, again, going back to the SSI Entertainment, you have to be a part of the SSI Entertainment crew. Is my damn thing cracked? Sis, I got a crack on the machine. Scratch. You have to, no, for real, you have to, even if you have, got off that bus, you know, i.e., no more chicks or something like, something up in that sector, right? You still have to pander in that sector to make it. And it's so easy to, be a part of that to get them. Like you listen, there is money in SSI Entertainment. I'm just gonna leave it there. And she has a great skill set. She has a great work ethic. That girl trained like nobody business. She be crushing that food. And she probably, trained so hard and worked so hard off the internet. And I seen like one of my other good friends, and that's why I like doing the private lives. I'm gonna have to see the private live link because the people in there, they feel more comfortable talking on the private live because like when you go into certain spaces, you can't have an opinion. So just like some of the stuff that they really want to say outside of it, some people just take it and twist it so bad that some of the people they be like, you know what, I like it over here. We can have our opinion. We don't agree, and we just keep on moving. And that's what they really liked about it. And some people don't like that. She get to leave it. She got she got to leave it alone. She got to. And she sit on the internet or well when she's not training or eating online. I really feel like she got too much free time to address certain things. And I'm like, girl, if you got all of this, you should go ahead and use your publicist. Like, I would not care about what's being said. And even, okay, let's just say, even if all of this is to promote her or put her in a different, you know what I'm saying, to put her out there. And I was leading into that about the man. Okay, let's say, but you see, even with that, they still have to sprinkle a little SSI entertainment into it because they're looking at it like, oh, she's, mess with him. And, oh, that's da and da. And it's like, okay, if you look at the scheme of the things, in my opinion, allegedly, that couple still benefits even if it's a part of SSI entertainment. He's not getting you right. He ain't getting none of the flack for it. He ain't getting dragged about it. She's a beautiful woman. She she made a life for herself that a lot of people have not been able to make. Do it, girl. But him, I don't know. And some people don't understand. Like some people have too much of an expectation when it comes to entertainers, entertainment, especially with somebody that came from love and hip hop. I feel like we got like the SSI entertainment is keeping everything afloat. That's it. That's all. It is making everything fall into place. Everybody that needs to be relevant, everybody that needs their coin. Yeah, you gotta be and that's just not that ain't my sector. That ain't my sector. It ain't it ain't my set. Cause see, if anything, I mess the thing up. Cause I mess around and see some stuff and be like, wait a minute, and I start asking questions. So I can't be a part of the exercise. So it's certain parts that I just, can't really do. And then when I came across so many people that don't care to be a part of SSI entertainment, they care to just, have regular conversations, going on about the day, whatever. Um, I noticed how far and few in between there are. So when I found that, I was like, oh, girl. And, a lot of people like, girl, yeah, we like the private one because then we got all these weirdos coming in here and da. And I was like, you know what? We have private ones to, separate the real from the fake and let the SSI entertainment have the internet. And then we come over here in this little bubble and do our thing. But then again, I was like, okay, well, that's not, fair to some of the people that get grouped into the SSI entertainment because some people really miss a lot of, you know, sometimes people need you to fill in the gap because they got other things to do. And I'd be like, wait, I was like, dang, that ain't fair because it is the people in between. So I just took a break from it. When I figure out the balance, how to balance it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Until then, I am not. I'm not sitting on the chitlin circuit. Girl, listen. I'm trying to think of what I want to eat. I'm gonna eat some salmon. I'm gonna wrap it in some bacon. He wouldn't eat. And you know what? There is always somebody that's willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? It is always somebody. that it's okay with the bare minimum. Because if you really look at the whole setup and the scheme of the thing, in that situation, they both benefit because she's able to be in places that people probably wouldn't even know who she. I didn't even know who she was prior to it. I really didn't. So, not to say, to take anything away from her accomplishments or anything like that, but the sad part is the reality when it comes to like the social media thing. It's never enough, in my opinion, to just be, a sister that's about something, uh, substance, this, that, whatever. It's never enough. And that was what one of my friends said in one of the private lives. And she was just like, because, in her right, she's, a very successful woman. Like she is. Um, and she continued to climb and plateau even after a divorce. And even after that man decided he no longer wanted a family, because I don't know what that's like. He no longer wanted to do what he was supposed to do. I don't, I mean, in a way, but this is different, right? So listening from her perspective. So think about the boxer, right? She's a sister with talent, successful in her own right. That should be more than enough, right? But she has to pander on the chitlin circuit to be noticed, to be put in the place that she needs to be in. And not only that, she's single. So there's a pity party. You know what I'm saying? So like if you really look at the scheme of things, I think he's like kind of like that buffer. I don't agree with. I don't agree with, but this is what is working for her in her life because they both benefit. He was like, you know what? Like, what if they good friends and we don't know? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. And they decide to work together. I don't know. But if you really look at the scheme of things, it's a large portion of brothers and sisters that didn't know who she was. Those. So, is it enough? Is it enough? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's enough for me. You know, she didn't have to join SSI Entertainment, but however, they both need the publicity. I like, but for real, if we did not have him in there, we would know. We wouldn't even remember him. Girl, he would have to go try to get on the show uh, for people to remember him. Um, that's what I'm saying. So, and then who needs enemies when you have family members that come out and say that every given chance? So it's just like it makes it that much easier for somebody to say, you know what, let me take my chances over here. Because at least with this friendship, it ain't for me. You know, realistically, in the public's eye, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, if he's been able to do stuff in entertainment, she's been able to do, because boxing is still entertainment, though they train, though they work hard, and it's a sport as well, but it's still entertaining a population of people. I don't watch boxing, but I'm just saying. So yeah, with family like hers, y'all, who need enemies? Who need them? Who need them? I be out there too. So I mean, if it works for both of them, if it's gonna put her where she need to be and help him pay the alleged taxes that's supposed to be behind, girl, get that money. Just don't come over here attacking me and saying that I called the girl, I'm colorist. I'm like, girl, bad. Like, we gotta listen. And you know what I did notice? I see a lot of people don't listen to understand because of the comprehension skills and the level of the people on a national average. Let's be honest, let's be clear. So that's why you gotta just really. That's why when the person after I, made the two reply videos, they blocked me. I was like, no, 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 come back, Muffin, come, come back. They delete, they delete, maybe I don't know. I think they deleted the comments and blocked me. I don't know. But I was just like, come back, girl. Let's talk. And see, that's the problem. If you are able to come back and follow up and have an opinion that does not fall in with the masses, oh, girl, it's the problem. Oh, girl, everybody ready to fall out. Ooh. That's just like that girl. And I'm not gonna lie, when I did a live one day over on, over there. And we got sucked in to the Brene sector. Though I'm not gonna lie, that night, that live went through the roof, right? And a lot of people, that's like their ultimate goal when they're over there. And the thing is, I could care less. Girl, I am fine with 5 people. I'm fine with 5. Because I feel like when you have too many, it's too, you know what I'm saying? It's too much going on up in there. Because, whew. Anyway, so I know I don't belong without, I don't belong there. That's 995 too many. Because then they're going to get mad with me and they're going to F around and start reporting me. Because I know I'm not doing that. I'm not playing with them on this here social media. Anyway, so we got sucked into that. So that night, oh my God, was so many people in there. Oh, they was just this is that, do, do, do. And the panelists were up there. And I think two of the people I was talking about that it's like one of them would do things intentionally on my live to try to get me clipped. And I like really started paying attention to the dynamic of the people. And the crazy thing is, I knew of her prior to any of the people that I had got up there. And I noticed she never tried to join until a good amount of people started coming daily, nightly, because 9:30 we just get up there, we five, we talk, right? I didn't say nothing about it. So it was an instance. where they intentionally talked about celebrities. One thing you cannot do over there, you cannot go too far with talking about these people. Like, because you know they have a BOT that pick up everything, right? So in that phase of the BOT, it was like picking up a lot of stuff. So it wasn't that I'm trying to tell nobody what to talk about, but hell, this is my platform. If I don't want you to talk about it, you need to respect it. If you don't, you need to go on about your business. So they continued, they went on and on and on. And I think I ended up muting the live because I was like, oh, they trying to get me to cuss them out. They want to tussle. I was like, girl, be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't get to them. So it started glitching. So that happened on one night, and I just dropped the whole panel. I logged off, went on. Somebody messaged me later. It was like, oh, girl, what happened? I said, I went to bed. And they was like, no, you got to understand something. Y'all both can hit your own live. Okay, they had gone off for it. They had their own platforms. They could go in and do the same thing I was doing every night. But the thing is, you were scared of people seeing you. Girl, I can hit mine the good, bad, the ugly, the indifferent days. Days where I'm just dirt tired. Days that girl, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay my bills. And I know the live ain't gonna pay my bills. I used to just hit the live because people were depending on, okay, 9:30, girl, we don't give a damn where we at on this side of the world, that side of the world. We're gonna hit this function and we're gonna laugh, we're gonna kiki, and we're gonna go on the bed. That was that was it. That was it. So they did it again one night. One of the ladies had a man in the background. He would carry on. Oh, girl, he would be ragging on the boy. And I'm like, it was really odd. I didn't say anything about it. But one of my good Judies was like, girl, this is the conversation for the girls and the gays. I was like, well, he must enjoy this live. And she found with her man enjoyed this live. So one night, they started that celebrity stuff up again. Oh, girl, they got the yipping and the yapping and the dot, 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 and oh, the raw, dot, dot, dot. I was like, you know what? They must was in remedial. This is SSI Entertainment. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to judge nobody on their educational placements. I ain't, listen, I'm just trying to keep my live function. I was just trying to keep the accessibility. I was like, okay, we was building a cool thing here. How did we go into talking about this? So not only did they do that, the guy was comfortable enough and thought it was funny. He showed, and see, this is how I knew it was done intentionally. And they thought I wasn't paying attention. But see, this time they knew I hit the mute button and I had to back up from them because I was like, this is the second time they done did this. But took it up a notch. The guy had a cell phone, right? He put the phone. Now, mind you, the girl, this is her dude. He decided to show a a toy, an appropriate one, on the live. And proceeded to laugh and cackle. And she's sitting there right with him. But guess what happened? See, she thought when I hit the mute button, that time I wasn't paying attention to the live. But I did see a warning came up and it told me that if I didn't drop her, I would lose my access. So I hurried up and dropped her and I didn't say anything about it. So one of my other friends that's a mod up there, um, the girl came right back and tried to add herself and I dropped her down and I ended up ending the live and I ended up telling my mod what actually happened and whatever. She got the Apollo lion in my DM. And I still was like, okay, that's right. Because I'm a team player. I'm a team player. You know, it wasn't that deep. We just, okay. But y'all, I'm explaining this to y'all. Why I gotta keep telling these grown people this, I don't know. But after this other time, I had another mod that came to me and said, girl, oh, such and such is sitting her stuff up in the box. They're trying to intercept your gifts because it was something else new going on with the app and that. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I was like, yeah, it does look like they're doing that. And the person brought it to my attention and I said nothing about it. I let it ride. I said, because see, let me tell you something. These are pennies, nickels, and dimes. And them people take most of the money. Yeah, she intercepted a whole galaxy and act like she didn't know it was for me because after it was sent, the person was like, oh, they called my name out. I said, okay. Let me tell you something. I done took out trash for way less money. More than a $10 galaxy, too. Mind you, the thing is, you knew. Yeah. But the thing is, we it was a decent crowd. Um, and the crazy thing is the person that was intercepting the gifts really did not add much to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, okay, everybody is different in their own right. They had their own thing going on. That. To me, I felt like, you know what? That was it for me. So what started happening was I had a meeting with my folks, and they was like, "Oh, we not letting her ass up no more." I was like, "Okay, fine." So, and they was like, "That will tell you if they're here just to be on the panel, or if they really, here, whatever." Next day, because they couldn't come on the panel, they didn't stay around. And one of my other mods was like, "Yeah, I've been saying they could always go live." And I was like, "If any person that I'm cool with, I will support. Girl, I'm coming up in there throwing gifts too." Everybody got the live function they can hit. So she started going live or whatever. And the other person went over there and they noticed that the person had a different page that had 17K. But the thing about it, oh girl, that's what going on over there. This the thing is I was oblivious and new to it. But this is the thing, I was listening because the person with the 17K, I found out because one of my mods is, a bit more, I guess you could say, versed with the different social medias, whatever. And they give me really good sound advice. It's never anything malice. So they was like, oh, that's a bot page. I was like, she bought it? They was like, yeah, she bought them followers. That's why it's not moving the way it needs to move. And honestly, you would end up with a lot of the bots and and vice versa. I said, oh, okay, so that makes sense. So that's why she wanted to slide in that other page to get it growing because mine grew organically. What we had going on was organic. People was like, girl, it's not 30. We gonna get our libations. We gonna we gonna go on over there. It was organic. Everybody was just, you know. So when I was like, you know what, I noticed they weren't fooling with the platform unless they was on the thing. And I was just like, oh, okay. And all the stuff that had started happening with the girl and the Apollo lying, it was just a lot of stuff she would do. And I was just like, you know what? I was just tired. So I was just like, I told my team, I was like, I'm gonna take it up a notch because I'm finna block her. It's about to be some mess. And the moment I blocked that lady, it has been a mess ever since. So much so that person is being trolled so bad right now that they can't even. One of my friends told me the other day that person went live, and I've been blocked them back in November. They tried to bring my name up in some mess one time, and I addressed them and I cleared it. Not in a bad way. Just explain to everybody this. The same thing I just explained to you in great detail in sequence. I was like, okay, I don't have to do this. Get your mama to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we grown. I don't bear that type of responsibility. And I guess she was hurt behind it or whatever the case may be. But the good thing about it, it was just like when it came to the sector, it worked because there had to be some type of division with the platform, with me allowing people coming up there. But some of the stuff that they were saying and doing was like crossing the line. So much so when so one was blocked. The second one went over there because they seen the 17K. I still didn't care. I didn't get into it. But after a while, I was just like, you know what? You had a way to contact me. You had my phone number. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just group y'all over there together. Because like what happened was they did live one day. And the sector we was talking about, we was joking and this is in the third. They had that man in a box. They had a whole fume. So we had to separate the two because yes, ma'am, it's levels to it. And I just felt like, you know what, when these people did not understand how them going too far over here affected me and they did not care. I said, fine. I said, because what happens is when they go and do it on their own, then they care. Like it. So what ended up happening, my friend called me the other day and was like, oh my gosh, I was scrolling, random time at night. You know, you just get up and go to the bathroom, whatever. And said person was live and was getting trolled at 4 a.m. I said, who gets up and troll? I was like, whoever is trolling that girl, oh, they on her behind. Because I ain't get up at 4 o'clock to do nothing. Not like that. So, like I said, it didn't bother them until it was them. And I mean, you can't, like, you can't, you just can't do, like, some stuff you just can't do. And even when we did our platform, we would go up there and still have like recommendations. We were shady, talk about certain stuff, but I think it gave bro ideas. I like low key, he wished we was live and do. But I was like, I had to shut it down because some people, that in between crowd that can't keep up with everything, so they assume everybody is on the same. As I said, it's a lot of bad understanding across the board, and I'm not in charge of it. It's their mammies and their genetics. Okay. However, they won't about to rope me in on the SSI entertainment of the bad understanding sector. That is not what was going to go down. Because realistically, I don't have to talk about him. Hello? He should be honored. Peach should have been honored. That's it. That should have been honored, girl. Girl, that was cracking every night. Every night. Hmm. And that's the thing. I was like, girl, do they not know I can crank up the StreamYard and get it cracking on YT? Okay. So you see the mic. I was thinking about doing it though. I ain't gonna hold you. I was thinking about going ahead and hit the function on the yard. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about doing it, but I have a whole separate YT that I would do it on. I wouldn't even do it over here because I would leave this for what it is, and then you know what I'm saying. You said that's why I don't go down. But see, that's the thing. I do. I just do it in a private one. I know if I do it over there in my private, I don't have to worry about the bad understanding. I don't have to work like these people that that come over that you talk to them on a regular on a different level. So you can say, you know what? Oh girl, she just here to have a good time. She don't care. When she leave, when she hit that motherfucking end, she don't care about none of this, just like all of us. We just be talking, we be saying whatever, and then we going on about our this. I said, how do you get mad with me? Because I see your nasty ways and your nasty plan. You still executed your plan, and I still got the platform. How you mad with me? I'll wait. Remember when Nene was on what's the name? And she was like, I see you, you see me, we see each other. That's what it was, girl. It was one of those situations. And I was just like, girl, so you was you playing, you playing a game. And then like the second person that I decided to go ahead and block, um, It was a mess. A mess. Oh yeah, the second one had basically told at one point in time that they had mhm, that they had a platform snatched from them. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, girl, what did you do? And what was you roped into? But to me, I felt like she played it, then it, was revealed to me that she played a nasty role in having somebody lose theirs. And she tried to play a role in me losing mine. That's why I said my chat. I think I get it back next week, and I know she played a part in that. So anytime anything like would go with the 17K, she would jump back off of the live and be in the chat instead and try to distance herself from it. But I'm like, you already. And then something it was so telling that this woman was over there arguing with people on Bigo. I'm gonna double it just because it's wet outside. Okay, I can. Mm-hmm. You need to add something else. Mm. I found my pen so I can do that. But yeah, girl, that was the synopsis. So basically, being a part of that sector is really weird. Um, Everybody is like on a wanting to be the number one troll, or I don't know, but I don't really care. I just met a group of people that I really was vibing with. We was having fun, we was laughing, we was joking, and then it just all went left. So to protect that page, I had to do private lives because I had it prior to. I had the platform before that dude. You know what I'm saying? So when you have them people over there holding fumes, some people that supported him, have the right to feel the way that they feel, and they probably actually can still remember, oh, she used to be over here. So now that there's a separation and that is going on, those people are on other people's platforms, and now that they, can attach themselves over there and leave me out of it. So yeah, um, I need to print this label. Yeah, girl. So that's basically what happened. A lot of mess. A lot of mess in the West. A lot of hating. A whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. Oh. I know. That's the thing. I was like, okay, so I don't know if they're gonna do we gonna do one tonight. I should have did one last night. Um, we weren't doing them like nightly like we have been recently. So more than likely it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of like that. Because you know a lot of people work and working professionals and in between and stuff like that. So they come when they can pull up. And then sometimes when you hit 9:30, you know, during the work week, child, you like, oh, okay, girl, I gotta go to bed, So I understand it. So, but it was a mess. It was a true mess in the West, and that's it was crazy. Like my friend was breaking stuff down to me, and I was like, okay, none of this makes any sense because it's not that serious to me. But I listen to their perspective because I'm like, oh, these people are crazy. Oh, gotta be. Yeah, but girl, I'm ready to go. Fix me something to eat. I ain't sold a thing. I need to go find my pens because I don't know what I did with my pens. I did package. I'm gonna go to the package. I just gotta put a label on it so I can put it in the mail. I thought she was gonna be up here. Um, girl, I love it. I love it. And it's just so bad because like it just make you not even want to come on. I'm like, y'all, what is it? I guess you on that though. Like, well, we shall definitely meet again. I'm gonna try to do better. I was taking me a hiatus, but I'm just trying to find my balance. That's all in between everything. But it was nice to talk to you, girl. I'll be back up here again. I'm gonna when I do the private live. I'm definitely gonna send it to you. Yeah, we be in the cut because people so crazy. That's it. Let me go fix me some weed. Yeah, bro, they be so damn crazy and obsessed and weird. Oh, my leg. Oh, I had stretch. Oh, love you too, sister. I'll see you next time, girl. Oh, my back.